ISO 20000-2018 Documentation and Consultancy. Hello everyone, welcome to this technical session on ISO 20000-2018 Food Safety Management System Documentation and Consultancy. I am speaking on behalf of URGS International Certification and Inspection Private Limited, an organization providing professional services in ISO documentation, certification consultancy, inspection and training for various industries including food processing, manufacturing, logistics and service sectors. In today's session, we will discuss what ISO 20000-2018 is, why food safety management systems are critical for food businesses, the documentation requirements of ISO 22000, how organizations can develop food safety manuals, procedures, and audit checklists, and how URGS International supports companies with complete ISO 22000 documentation and consultancy services. This session is useful for food manufacturers, food packaging companies, restaurants and catering businesses, food warehouses and logistic companies, quality assurance professionals, food safety consultants and auditors. By the end of this session, you will clearly understand how to implement ISO 22000 documentation in your organization. What is ISO 22000-2018? ISO 22000-2018 is an international standard for food safety management systems developed by the International Organization for Standardization (ISO). The purpose of ISO 22000 is to ensure that food products are safe for consumption at every stage of the food supply chain. The food chain includes raw material suppliers, food manufacturers, packaging companies, transport and logistic providers, warehouses, and storage facilities, restaurants and catering services, retail food outlets. ISO 22000 integrates key food safety concepts such as HACCP, hazard analysis and critical control points, prerequisite programs PRPS, risk-based thinking, communication throughout the food chain. The standard ensures that organizations systematically identify, evaluate and control food safety hazards. This helps protect consumers, brand reputation and regulatory compliance. Benefits of ISO 22000 certification. Implementing of ISO 22000 provides many important benefits to food businesses. First, it helps ensure consistent food safety and hygiene practices throughout operations. Second, it provides customer confidence and brand credibility, especially when dealing with international clients. Third, ISO 22000 helps organizations comply with food safety regulations and legal requirements. Fourth, it improves internal processes and operational efficiency for defining clear procedures and responsibilities. Fifth, it reduces the risk of food contamination, recalls, and safety incidents. Many companies require ISO 22000 certification for supplier approval and international trade. Therefore, implementing ISO 22000 is not only about compliance, it is also about building trust in the food supply chain. Structure of ISO 22000-2018 standard. ISO 22000 follows the high-level structure HLS used in many ISO standards. The main clauses include Clause 4, context of the organization. Organizations must identify internal and external issues affecting food safety. Clause 5, leadership. Top management must demonstrate commitment to food safety policies and objectives. Clause 6 is planning. Organizations must identify risks and opportunities related to food safety. Clause 7, support. This includes resources, competence and training, awareness, communication, documented information. Clause 8, operation. This is the core section covering hazard analysis, operational prerequisite programs, HACCP plan, control of food safety hazards. Clause 9, performance evaluation, includes internal audits, management review, monitoring and measurement. Clause 10 is improvement. Organizations must continuously improve their food safety management system. ISO 22000 documentation requirements. Documentation plays a crucial role in ISO 22000 implementation. Organizations must establish and maintain several types of documented information. These include Food Safety Manual. The Food Safety Manual is a top-level document describing the organization's food safety management system. It includes scope of the system, food safety policy, organizational structure, reference to procedures, standard operating procedures (SOPs). Procedures explain how activities are performed in a controlled manner. Typical ISO 22000 procedures include document control procedure, record control procedure, supplier evaluation procedure, corrective action procedure, internal audit procedure, product recall procedure, traceability procedure, non-conformity handling procedure. HACCP documentation. HACCP is a critical component of ISO 22000. Documents include hazard analysis, critical control points identification, critical limits, monitoring procedures, corrective actions. Operational records. Examples include temperature monitoring records, cleaning and sanitation records, pest control logs, supplier approval records, product inspection records. These records demonstrate effective implementation of the food safety system. ISO 22000 audit checklists. Audit checklists are important tools for evaluating system compliance. Internal audit checklist helps organizations verify whether their system meets ISO requirements. Typical audit checklist areas include food safety policy implementation, employee hygiene practices, production process control, equipment sanitation, traceability systems, storage conditions, supplier management. Internal audits help identify gaps and improvement opportunities before certification audits. ISO 22000 implementation process. The typical implementation process includes several steps. Step 1 is gap analysis. An initial assessment is conducted to compare existing practices with ISO requirements. Step 2 is documentation development, that is preparation of food safety manual, procedures, SOPs, HACCP plans. Step 3 is training and awareness. Employees must be trained on food safety practices, hygiene requirements, HACCP principles. Step 4 is system implementation. The documented procedures are implemented in daily operations. Step 5 is internal audit. Internal audits verify whether a system is working effectively. Step 6 is management review. Top management evaluates system performance. Step 7 is certification audit. An accredited certification body audits the organization. If successful, the company receives ISO 22000 certification. Now URGS Consultancy Services. URGS International provides complete ISO 22000 consultancy services including food safety manual operation, ISO procedures and SOP documentation, HACCP documentation, audit checklist and internal audit support, training for employees and management, certification audit preparation. Our services are designed to help organizations implement ISO systems quickly and effectively. We support businesses across various sectors including food processing industries, dairy and beverages companies, restaurants and catering services, food packaging companies, food logistics and storage operations. At last, to conclude, ISO 22000-2018 provides a structured and internationally recognized framework for managing food safety risks. Proper documentation and implementation of the system helps organizations ensure safe food production, regulatory compliance, improved operational efficiency, enhanced customer trust. If your organization is planning to implement ISO 22000 documentation or obtain certification, professional consultancy can make the process much easier and faster. Now, For ISO 20000 2018 documentation, consultancy and training, please contact URGS International Certification and Inspection Private Limited. Our email ID is info@urgsiso.com. Our mobile number is +91 7359458455. Thank you for watching this video. We look forward to supporting your organization in implementing effective food safety management systems. Thank you.